Now, some have referred to Lori and her new husband, Chad Daybell, as the doomsday couple. Kim Powell's been on this story since the very beginning. And you spoke to an ASU professor who specializes in cults and their kind of practices, right?
Yeah, and since we started covering the story, we heard from people who knew the couple, and they said that both Lori and Chad were seemingly normal, good people. But the way these extreme groups work is they branch off from their religion and kind of get sucked in. And when it comes to preparing for the end of the world, this professor says there's nothing more important to doomsday believers.
For 2 decades, Chad Daybell wrote books about his near-death experiences, saying he's had spiritual revelations. Family says Lori Vallow started reading his books and attending his seminars years ago. Chad and Lori got married in late 2019, only after their previous spouses both suspiciously passed away. In court paperwork filed 1 year ago, Lori's previous husband, Charles, stated Lori became infatuated and at times obsessed with near-death experiences and spiritual visions. She told Charles she was a god and has lived several lives and is now a translated being sent by God to lead 144,000 chosen people into the new millennium.
When you put a couple of people together with that sort of mindset, it can create a synergy.
Dr. Linda DeMaine has taught a cult and religions class at ASU for 12 years.
When somebody is claiming to be a god, like a deity, or a messenger of a deity, we're going to place great credence in what they have to say if we're a believer.
Dr. DeMaine says these extreme groups often form as a branch off of a religion. There is often a leader, it's promised to be exclusive, and as humans, many initially enjoy the social acceptance that comes with being a part of the group. But Dr. DeMaine said oftentimes people don't know the true purpose of the so-called cult they've joined.
By the time that people become aware of the true purpose of the group, they've undergone some sort of extreme persuasion program and therefore no longer are thinking critically, no longer have the wherewithal to extract them from the group.
Particularly with groups preparing for the second coming of Christ, nothing is more important than making sure they're ready. Members will stock up on supplies, have a bunker. Most even won't talk about it. Dr. DeMaine said there are more of these believers in doomsday than we think.
These kind of bizarre, destructive groups often operate under the radar in our society. So the estimates are that there are a few thousand of these groups at any given time within American society.
And also in the divorce papers between Charles and Lori, Charles claimed that Lori said if she got in the way of her preparing for the chosen people for the end of the world, she would kill him. Now, we want to be clear, she is not facing any charges for his death. Now, even given all of the death and the 2 missing children in this case, there are still people in online forums sticking up for Chad and Lori, saying this is all a big misunderstanding and soon the truth will come out. Chris?
It will be interesting to hear what that truth is. Kim Powell, thank you. Now, we know there are so many angles to this complicated case and several ties to Arizona. So to help you out, we created a timeline on our AZ Family app. It's also on our website for you.
Also,